Hey guys, this is Matt Brunet, creator of Animation Lookback and Animats Reviews, and welcome to the Spring 2017 edition of the Big and Beautiful Updates. So, I actually have a lot in store for you guys. There are going to be some that will reflect upon the past and some that you might already know what's going to be going on. I will be talking about a bit of the present, what I am currently doing right now, and also I will be discussing about what will be some of the videos of the future, what can be the stuff that you guys can anticipate and look forward to. So with all that said, let us go and get things started and immediately talk to you guys about the next animation look back, because it's already been a few months that I've already finished Animation Look Back Looney Tunes, which really was a little bit bittersweet because I'm glad that it's finally done and I got all the videos released. But then again, I've had so much fun looking into the history of Looney Tunes and all the different characters individually. It was so much fun to do. I definitely had a blast making that one. But now that that's over, a lot of people have guessed correctly on what's going to be coming up. So yes, now I can make the official announcement. The next Animation Look Back will be looking into Cartoon Network. Now, the big reason why I decided to go with Cartoon Network is because I want to try to go and spice things up with Animation Look Back. Not strictly go into movies, try to go into TV shows as well, considering that the last time, and the only time that I've done so previously, was with Hanna-Barbera. And funny enough, I guess you could say that the Animation Look Back Cartoon Network is going to be like a spiritual successor, or even a sequel to the Hanna-Barbera one, since Hanna-Barbera eventually not necessarily died out, but kind of morphed into Cartoon Network per se. And especially, it is kind of a smooth transition, since Cartoon Network is also now the official home of the Looney Tunes. Now, when is that going to be released? I am not 100% sure, and I'll be very honest, I've been too busy focusing on working on plenty of other projects for you guys, which I will be talking about here as well. So there is no official release date. It could be possible that it would be like the other animation look backs, where it might start in the fall or something like that, but I haven't officially done any of the production. I didn't get to work into it. I don't know when I'm going to start, but I just want to clear up a few things before I can officially get into Cartoon Network. But yeah, but the one thing I will say so far is that with Cartoon Network, you will expect a lot of both classic and modern cartoons that I will be discussing, including some of the old favorites, including Ed, Edd and Eddy, Courage the Cowardly Dog, and Samurai Jack, and even some of the modern stuff like Gumball, Steven Universe, and Adventure Time. So I want to make sure that for TV fans, it'll be something that they'll enjoy, or, like, at the very least, something that they can enjoy a lot more than Teen Titans Go. So, yeah, I don't know when the release date is going to be. I am hoping that it will have, at the very least, a 2017 release date. We'll see how it goes, but yeah, now I can officially say that there is going to be an Animation Look Back Cartoon Network. Okay, so the next thing that I want to talk to you guys, even though this is something that chances are you guys don't watch, but I want to try to clear something up just to really get this out of the way, and that is regarding the Muppet vlog. Now, for those of you who don't know, I am actually reaching the tail end of the Muppet Show. In total, they have 120 episodes, and I think I'm actually reaching very close to that right now. I forgot which number, but I am like getting like closer to it. Each week I am releasing 2 episodes of it. And for those people who have watched it, they have been asking me questions regarding what am I going to do after the Muppet Show. There are some people who are thinking that maybe I'll continue on and I'll look into the Jim Henson Hour, or maybe I'll look into Muppets Tonight, or even looking into some of the movies that they have done, like the Muppet movie, Muppets Take Manhattan, what else? The Great Muppet Caper, Muppets Christmas Carol, and all that kind of stuff. And to that, I am just going to say this right now, that after I finish off all the Muppet Show episodes for the Muppet vlog, I think I'm going to stop there. I'm not saying that I'm going to cancel the Muppet vlog afterwards, like the show will be done altogether, but I think I'm going to at least stop there. Like, technically, yes, I could continue with the Jim Henson Hour and Muppets Tonight, considering there really isn't a lot of episodes. There's just, like, a combination of maybe 36 or, I don't know, or 33, considering they're both really short series, and, like, they're almost as long as the Muppets 2015 series, but ultimately, I think I want to try to, you know, cool down from all the Muppet vlogs, and I'm sure a lot of people are kind of tired that every Wednesday I would continuously post all these different Muppet vlogs. So at the very least, if I do want to go back into making the Muppet vlogs, I just want to try to take a big break from it. But the whole point of the Muppet vlogs in the first place is that I want to go and create a series where I want to talk about kind of like the new Muppet stuff. Like, originally, the whole intention of the Muppet vlog was to talk about each episode of the 2015 Muppet series. And while that actually ended off well, the Muppet, the Muppet Show aspect, I decided, you know what, I want to try to continue it. And it was more doing it for me because I was enjoying watching the Muppet Show episodes and just talking about it. So, yeah, like, it was more for me, and I feel like I want to try to really finish the job and try to do all the episodes of the Muppet Show, so at least I can go and have that. So, yeah, I just want to say right now that, according to my schedule, the official release date of, like, when the Muppet Show, the Muppet vlog will end off is going to be in May, where I will also release, like, this big grand finale video that I want to create, not just for Muppet fans, but also for non-Muppet fans as well, that they could probably be interested in. So, that's pretty much the whole thing with the Muppet vlogs, that, I just want to try to stop it, or at the very least, have a big break from it. So, overall, I would say I don't regret a single thing about doing the Muppet vlogs. I've had a blast doing it, and I'm really happy that there are at least some people who actually do enjoy the show, you know, that they enjoy watching me talking about the Muppet Show episodes, and for that, I definitely am grateful for it. Okay, so now the next thing that I would like to talk to you guys is regarding my upcoming top 10. Now, as you guys know, I'm not necessarily a channel that would continuously spam top 10s and try to make them as clickbaity as possible. Like, that's not my kind of channel, but every year, at the very least, I would release either 1 or 2 top 10s, try to get that going. And for this year, however, I'm not going to reveal anything just yet, but I will say, though, that I actually do have something special for you guys. Now, instead of just 1 top 10 that I have in store, I actually do have a little bit of a series of top 10s that I want to go and release. The first one that will be coming out, though, is going to be unrelated, but the ones that will be coming up after that, those are pretty much going to be all in a specific theme. That's the whole idea of it. Like, I had this idea that I wanted to do this kind of top 10, and I thought to myself, okay, instead of just making 1, I want to try to go and make several of them, you know, try to do all in a few shots, because the idea that I had for 1 top 10 is a little bit specific, so I want to try to make another one related to it, and then I had another idea related to it, so I do have a few ideas of top 10s that I want to go and shoot out. But also, another thing that I want to mention about these top 10s, however, is that they are going to be a little bit more different than my usual top 10s that I would make. And the big reason is because I want to try to experiment with shorter top 10s. Now, as you guys know, my top 10s can actually be pretty long, down to the point that I would have to cut them in 2 different parts. That's how it's usually been with, like, the scariest Disney moments, or even, what else was there? Scariest Disney moments, or the worst films based on a cartoon, the other Disney villains, or even the recent ones with the top 10 worst animated sequels. It's actually very rare that I've actually done a top 10 where it's just one video. The only two that has ever happened was just the top 10 best animated sequels, and the last top 10 that I've done, the top 10 documentaries on animation. So I decided I want to try to go and try to build a new format, which is going to be a little bit more simpler. It's going to be more in the veins of the top 10 documentaries based on animation, where I'm going to, but instead of like making it 36 or like more than 30 minutes long, they will be like 20 minutes each. And they will have a simpler format where it's going to be a lot shorter, which is going to be 20 minutes long. Think of it more actually like the annual top 5 best and worst animated films that I make. So I'm going to see how that goes, and if people prefer that format than the usual one that I would do, then maybe I could make more of those. Who knows how it's going to go. So, they will be coming out pretty soon, by the way. I am actually currently in the process of making those top 10s. They're actually going to start in the month of May, believe it or not. And the reason why is because May is actually a month where there isn't really a lot of animated films that are being released in theaters, so that actually gives me a lot of free space to actually go and release whatever project that I would want in there. So May is going to be the time that I'm going to start experimenting with this new format of top 10s, and they could actually linger on. You might see them during the summer as well, so stay tuned. I got a lot of great top 10s coming up for you guys. You'll see they are going to be pretty awesome, or I hope you'll be interested in them. Okay, so the next subject that I want to go and talk to you guys is actually something that I haven't done, and even to this day, I think it's been like 2 months or a month and a half right now, that people have been asking me over and over and over, and honestly, I don't really have much of a response. I can't really do much about it, and I am talking, of course, about whatever happened to that Rock Dog review. Oh my god, so far it is the most requested review that I had to do, and considering that it was one that, like, it was on the list of animated films that are going to be released in 2017, but something crazy happened with Rock Dog, so a lot of people are wondering, whatever happened to the Rock Dog review? When is that thing coming out? Well, okay, even though I'm trying to go and explain fully my reason why I didn't review it on here, I'm sure this might not stop the dumb requests where people keep demanding me over and over, but I'll do my best to explain everything. Because the thing is that Rock Dog was never released in Canada. For some reason, it was only released in America, and technically, yes, it was also released in China as well, but Canada never had a release date for some reason. So I had no way of actually seeing Rock Dog for myself. So really, like, how can I go and review a movie when I had no way of seeing it, when there's no theater near me that would go and put it on, or no theater in my country would put up Rock Dog? So what else can I do? Now, at that point, there are plenty of people who have asked me to do such ridiculous things only for the sake of having a Rock Dog review. Like, there are some people who even asked me if I should go cross the border just to go and watch Rock Dog, and then go back home in Canada just to go make my review. Yeah, I'm just gonna say that those people who asked me to do that, they have probably never crossed the border in their lives, or they don't know how it works. Like, you can't expect me to drive hours just to go cross the border, only just to watch a movie and then go back to it. Does that really make sense to you? And also, another ridiculous thing that people ask me to do is either to go download it through torrent, or to go and watch it through Kiss Cartoon. Because, yeah, go watch it illegally. Yeah, great idea, guys. Yeah, that's going to set a good example to my viewers and stuff like that. Are you freaking nuts? Oh, for God's sakes. That's the thing, though, is that as a Canadian, I had no way of legitimately going out to watch Rock Dog so that I can make a review out of it. So I can't, really. And there are some people that are saying that there could be a possibility I could review it if the film would be released on DVD and Blu-ray and stuff like that. But even at that, it could be a bit debatable. I'm not saying, like, if I somehow immediately got Rock Dog and What's in the Box, I'm gonna go and immediately review it. That's not gonna be the case. It's just, like, the thing is, though, is that it's Rock Dog, guys. I mean, come on. Who freaking cares? I'm sure that the majority of people who keep demanding me to make a Rock Dog review, they haven't even seen it themselves, or they don't even care about Rock Dog, other than just me reviewing it. The only thing that I could say right now is that if you guys are really that desperate for me to go and make a Rock Dog review, then go make a pledge on Patreon. Go ask me as a request to go and review Rock Dog. Trust me. That way, not only are you guys going to go and get plenty of other rewards on the side, but at the same time, it's going to encourage me a lot more to go and actually make that review, instead of having people continuously pestering me in the comment section about, oh, where's my Rock Dog review? Where's the Rock Dog review? You know, like, they keep asking me over and over as if it'll somehow magically happen. But yeah, overall, all I could say is that I have no other way of watching it, so I can't really see Rock Dog, and I can't make the Rock Dog review. So, yeah, that's kind of the thing. And also, at the same time, I just want to mention that this could be the similar case to Spark. Now, I heard that there is a very high chance that it might not be viewed in Canada. As I'm recording this, it hasn't reached the official release date of it, so there could be a chance that I might not review Spark as well, so don't be surprised if that review doesn't come up. But yeah, this is all to say that chances are, guys, don't be expecting a Rock Dog review from me. Like, if you really need it, then go ask me on Patreon. And yeah, so that's just pretty much it. Hopefully that'll answer that question right there. But I'm sure people are still going to be demanding it. But I'm just going to say right now, if you guys really need a Rock Dog review, like you cannot even mentally function without a Rock Dog review, then just go to LooToons. Chad already reviewed it, and he's a great reviewer. So if you really need that Rock Dog review, go watch Chad's review on it on LooToons. Just go check that out. You know, there's a Rock Dog review right there. So go see that one, okay? Don't ask me. You don't need me to review Rock Dog, okay? There's no reason for you to demand me so badly to get a Rock Dog review. Oh, and one more little thing that I would like to mention before I can move on is that there is actually one little video that I would recommend you guys go check it out after this update vlog, and that actually is a Disney song challenge that I have done with my cousin. So me and Kelly, we decided why not go and challenge ourselves with our Disney song trivia and try that out right there. And it's not necessarily much of a competition, but just having fun and reminiscing old Disney songs, and we just had a blast right there. So if you guys want to go and just see me and my cousin just having fun with Disney songs, go right over there. The link will be in the description so that you guys can go see that. Okay, so now that I'm done with that, it is time that we go and move on to the Q&A. Now, for those of you who don't know how this works, I would go and travel across social media and onto the YouTube comment section and even more to go and find questions that I could go and answer 5 of them right over here for you guys. And if your question doesn't get answered here, well, don't worry, better luck next time. There's no limit on how many questions that you can go and ask me. But I'll just go and answer one question from one person at a time. So I'm just gonna go and start things off right over here. And this one is going to be coming from Mr. Mason. And he asked, are you glad the Main Street Electrical Parade is back at the Disneyland Resort? Well, honestly, yeah, I guess it's nice, you know, that they did put in Main Street Electrical Parade back on its own home, but personally, I'm not too big on the Main Street Electrical Parade considering all the different nighttime parade shows that Disney has done throughout the years, like, sure, this is the one that they have started with, but they have definitely evolved. Like, for me personally, if I had to point out my favorite nighttime parade show that Disney has done, I would probably go with Spectro Magic. That one was unbelievable, and the soundtrack is absolutely phenomenal. Now, usually, I'm not too big on... Well, yeah, I'm gonna be very honest. I'm not too big on parades in general, considering that usually the lineups would be so crammed up, and you see the sidewalks just entirely filled. So, like, normally, I wouldn't really have the time to, like, actually get a good seat to witness the entire parade going on. But I've already seen Main Street Electrical Parade several times, so... yeah, I guess it's, you know, it's cool that it's back on Disneyland, but I don't know. I'm more of a Spectro Magic kind of guy. If they can bring that back, then I will be ecstatic. I would be so hyped up. That would be amazing for me. Okay, so, the next one, we're gonna go right over here, so... our next question shall be coming from, Sam Feldstein. And he asks, I'd like to see you do a top 10 best and or worst animated films of all time and or each decade. Speaking of terrible films, what got you to first see Bratz the movie? Oh my god, okay, so, Bratz the movie, I guess what got me to actually see it was the top 10 worst films based on a cartoon. And admittedly, I was a little bit more liberal when it came to selecting which movies can go onto that category, because I did put in films that were based on toys, like I included Transformers. So technically, Bratz would actually count that as well, considering that even though it's more popular as a toy line, there is a TV series, so it would technically count. So overall, it started with that top 10, and it wouldn't be until years later when I would return to it to do a review, which was a Patreon request, but honestly, I really am happy that I did do the review that I have done. Like, I am actually proud of the review that I have crafted, making it entirely based on the UPA cartoon of the Telltale Heart. That was a lot of fun, but yeah. The reason why I first saw Bratz the movie was because of making the top 10 list. So, alright, so that'll answer that question right there. Let's see, hold on a sec. Just, hold on. Let me choose what I want to choose. Okay. Anyways, moving right along, we're going to go into another question right over here. And this one will be coming from Nathan Greiser. Anyways. Hey Animat, I got a quick question for you. Considering your huge dislike for almost every project from Sony Pictures Animation, do you plan to never do an animation look back on Sony Pictures Animation? Oh, that's cute. Do you honestly think I'm actually gonna do that? Do you honestly think I'm actually gonna make an animation look back Sony Animation? No, I'm just saying it right now. No, that's never gonna happen. Next question. Okay. Oh, that's cute, man. That's real cute. Yeah, that's honestly real cute. No joke, though. There are actually some people who do request me to do animation look back Sony Animation, and the only thing I could do is just look at that and be like Bugs Bunny, like, he don't know me very well, do he? Okay, anyways, we're gonna move on to another question right over here, and this one is going to be coming from, EJL423. And this one asks, here's a question for your next vlog. What Disney and or Pixar film would you love to see as worlds in future Kingdom Hearts games? I don't know if I've answered that question before, but at this rate, I'm sure people are anticipating what's going to be coming up for Kingdom Hearts 3. And we know, well, at least as of this vlog, we know for a fact that there is going to be Big Hero 6 and also Tangled. One that I really am hoping for that they have to do is, they gotta do The Princess and the Frog. I mean, the material is all there, or at the very least, they have to include Dr. Facilier. I mean, this guy is just perfect for a game like Kingdom Hearts, where his friends on the other side can be a bunch of Heartless. Like, the material is right there. Any other ones, I really don't know. Like, there have been several talks that there could be some other worlds, like they could bring in Star Wars, they could bring in Marvel, they could bring in some Pixar films as well. If I look back, you know what would actually be really cool is if they could actually do something like either WALL-E, like just as a mini world with the dystopian future, or if they could also do Inside Out. Inside Out would actually be a great one right there. But one that I actually am hoping for, like, what would be a great idea is if they can include the Disney parks. Rather it be, like, if they can, like, not necessarily have the rides there, but, like, have the rides as worlds. But what I mean is that if they can include elements, like, we already know that, like, they got the Main Street Electrical Parade theme where they could be, like, special attacks. But I mean, like, if they can include characters, rather it be, like, Figment, or the Dog with Keys, the Hitchhiking Ghost, or whatever, that would actually be really awesome. So yeah, those are probably the worlds and the characters I'm anticipating for in Kingdom Hearts 3. Okay, so I think that's 4 questions right over there. Yes, okay, so we got one more question. Let's make this one count. And I'm going to be going with this one right here, coming from Luke Dotros. And he has asked, no, wait, sorry, I think I screwed up the name there. Luke Drados, and he asked, if you could, would you add Ice Age Collision Course on the list of worst animated sequels? Now, that is actually a pretty good question. And thinking about it, honestly, if I do include Ice Age Collision Course, I could probably see it be added on the list of the worst animated sequels. I would probably put it somewhere, maybe in the middle of it. Somewhere in the range of, like, maybe number 7, or, like maybe, like, at the bottom, number 8, or, like, yeah, maybe somewhere between, like, number 8 and number 5. Somewhere in that area. It really was a bad animated film, and I think the 4th one kind of just escaped being on the list. But yeah, the 5th Ice Age film really was bad, and it would have been a movie that would have been added to the top 10 worst animated sequel, in the worst animated sequels, hands down. Alright, I think that's going to be the questions right over there, so that is pretty much it for this round of updates. So I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you guys so much for your great support, rather it be watching my videos here or even going the extra length to go and support me on Patreon. And if you want to go and support my work and get some awesome rewards at the same time, then you can go and support my work at patreon.com/animat. And not only that, but you can also go and follow me on Facebook and on Twitter. I've already got a few accounts right there that you could go and check out my crazy shenanigans, and just me, like, rather it be releasing my videos or just saying things that are just popping out of my head. So that's pretty much going to be it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, see you later, dudes!